Hi there, it's Wendy from Ask the Landlady, and I'm here with all the tips and tricks to help you make a profit in real estate rentals. And today's question is how to deal with utilities at your units in your apartment rentals, which is a good question because not everybody has the great situation, which is number one, the tenants pay for all the utilities. So if you have a single family home, have the tenant pay get all the utilities put in their name up front, and they're on the hook for those utilities. That's the best case scenario. Now, I know a lot of you might have a house that's been divided into 3 units, or you're doing individual rooms, or you have apartment complexes where you pay for some utilities and not the others. So you have some different utility concerns. So first of all, number one is in the lease, you want to specify who pays for what utility, each utility. That way they're on the hook. You go past the house and you see that they have trash piled up everywhere. Well, they are responsible for trash removal, so, and that service. So then that's a lease violation, and you will provide them with a form, maybe an administrative fee if you have to get back after them to get that utility put into their name. So first of all, number one, specify who pays for what. Number two, if tenants are putting utilities into their individual names, ask for proof of that within 2 days. You know, we do that up front, and we tell them they're getting the apartment. We're like, you know what, call these utilities and bring that in at the lease signing when we need those account numbers. That way when they get the keys, they're already on the hook. They've already called the electric company, they've already called the gas company, gotten the utility put into their name, and we know that we're not going to be on the hook for that utility bill. Because there's nothing worse than renting to somebody and then finding out a month later that they didn't put the gas in their name, and suddenly there's a $300 bill that is hard to get them to pay because they're being difficult about it, or they decide to move out and you're stuck on the hook with this burden. So you don't want that situation. Now, I do know there's some companies out there that if there's some utilities that are, you know, you have 5 people, say 5 units in a house, and you have to divide that into 5 people, that will help you figure that out, and they will actually bill the tenants, take your bills, and do that type of situation. Same in a multi-complex, like if I have one where all the gas is included, so I have to pay the gas bill, and their rental amount accounts for the fact that gas is included. I could go to one of these companies that will divide that out among all the tenants and bill them separately. I haven't done that, but I do know some landladies and landlords who have done that subrogation type system, and you can find out more information on the internet and get people to help you with that situation. What I do instead is have a very good spreadsheet where I track those amounts. So I know over time what's happened to that gas bill or that electric bill or water, whatever is included. That way I know, I see if it's going up, I need to get my rents up to make sure that that is included, and I'm able to continue to offer that service and keep that payment good. And another thing it might make you do is go in and look at the consumption of it. A lot of people, if you're, especially places where gas is included and you have a heating system, is that they will put lock boxes on the thermostats, and maybe people broken into them and they're now cranking it up to 80. Or maybe you could put in one of those Nest ones that you can control from your phone, and you have them at 72 degrees, which is room air. Now they can always negotiate, say they want it at 75, sure, but then you're going to pay extra. That gas is going to cost extra, and then your rental amount's going to go up to account for the fact that you're running it at 75 instead of the 72 that we have established as a common normal temperature that everybody is happy with that room air. So that's the type of situation that you can get into with that. So you definitely want to track it so you know what you're paying over time. And of course, the utilities in their name. Another thing to be careful if you're paying for water is that a running toilet can cost you a lot of money. So have right in your lease or your lease addendum a little thing that if there is a running toilet and the tenant does not report that to you in a timely manner, they are on the hook for that water bill, because you could easily end up with $100 extras on that water bill, and when you go to pay it, you'll know right where it came from, because the water company will send you something if your bill is up too high. We always go and inspect, and sure enough, if it's a running toilet, that tenant is on the hook. They can make payments and get that paid back to us, but they will pay for it because they didn't respond, they didn't report it in a timely manner. And since we have it clearly outlined in our lease that you must, if the toilet is running, you must report that to office, because it will result in a higher water charge which you will be billed for. If you have that signed off on already, then you can do that type of situation, because you don't want to be surprised. That's where your profit margins goes in these surprises. Surprise, I moved out. Surprise, I let the toilet run, and now you're stuck with the bill. So those are the things that you want to mitigate and try to keep under control. Because again, it's not easy being a landlady and landlord. We're all in this together. I've made so many mistakes over the year with all those surprises, and I wrote about it in my book, Lessons from the Landlady, that you can get on Amazon or on my website, askthelandlady.com, and you can read about all the mistakes I made and learn from them so that you, too, can make a profit in real estate. Thanks, and have a great day.